The grand finale, episode 8, The Real Monsters. Now, we leave off from what we saw in the last episode. Now, all the Lost Boys are locked up because now they don't trust them. Boy Cavalier is losing his crap even more because now the containments are out. He's losing control. Weyland Yutani's on the island. And yeah, things are going to hit the wall pretty close, and a power dynamic is definitely switching in the works. Now, for my pros in this episode, I did enjoy the Murrow and the Kirsch fight. I even liked the story with that Murrow was telling Kirsch. It was very, I don't want to say it was on the nose, but it made sense for what he was saying. And I did like how we didn't get a true winner. Because even though Kirsch was able to finally take down Murrow, he didn't defeat him. He just kind of knocked him out for a time being. Because Kirsch ended up breaking his back to where he couldn't move, essentially. So they both came out with the wounds. And you got to see that even though Murrow is still a man, he was able to handle himself with a synthetic. And I did enjoy their fight. It wasn't drawn on too long. We got to see the action and actually see them fight and not cut away 30 times and not know what the hell is going on. So I liked, even when Kirsch was down and he was out, he still was able to find a play and find a way to get advantage and try to take a win. So I really enjoyed their fight there. I also enjoyed Wendy and Joe's relationship. I really like how they have this brother-sister relationship going throughout all the episodes. They've always been as a unit, and now they're kind of split. And Joe realizing he did make a mistake and that he was sorry for what he did, and he was more just scared of what Nibs was going to do. But Wendy telling him, you know, people saying that things are complicated is what a powerless person does because they don't have any control. And as much as she is still pissed at her brother, she still goes and saves him and still tries to keep him safe. And even though Joe can't accept that his sister isn't there anymore and that Wendy is not Marcy anymore, and she's not even Wendy anymore at this point, she says that he still cares enough to be like, I understand, I get it. And I really enjoyed how their relationship was in this episode, and that even though they fought, they still have, I don't want to say a loving, because she ends up, like Wendy still ends up kind of pushing him to the side and realizing that she is stronger than everybody else. So it was very, like, I enjoyed the relationship. I do love that they still have, like, this brother-sister relationship. And even though that they had a fight and Joe made a mistake, they still can kind of come together. And even Smee ended up telling Wendy, like, he's part of us, he's with us. And then gives her, like, a hug to, like, tell her, like, yes, it's okay. It's cool to forgive him for making a mistake. And this is also a pro Anacon, but we also got to see the other aliens. We finally are seeing, now, we don't get to see all the other aliens, like we saw in the episode that Isaac died. We got to see those monsters. We got to see that squid plant thing finally in action and doing something. So we finally get to see the other aliens, but the fact that it also took this long to see any of them all in action, I mean, the squid, this is now the cons, the ice squid, we hardly get to see anything. It's supposed to be this smart, intelligent thing, and it's wasting its time sitting there having a conversation with Boy Cavalier, which we find out later in the episode that it could have easily escaped in and out of that food source, and it just didn't want to. It could have easily gone away at any time and taken over anybody at any time, but it decided to just sit there and fuck around with Boy Cavalier. So it doesn't make any sense there. We've only seen the Xenomorph really in action until the end. And it's not even like we get to see the aliens a whole lot. The plant one, we only got to see for a little bit as it ate that one girl, the security girl. And that was it. And then those other fly creatures we only got to see in that one spot with Isaac. And, like, that was it. Like, I don't understand why we couldn't see more of them and let them do... Okay, like, maybe when Wendy's releasing the Xenomorph, maybe when she releases, like, release all of them and let them, like, show us what they're doing. Like, why are they so valuable and why they are a predator on their own land or their own environment. It would have been cool to have seen it, and we didn't really even fully get to see that, which kind of sucked. Also, the security, again, sucks. You would think with all of this going on, and you're on an island, and you have these creatures that you don't know what they're capable of, you would have more security, you would be smarter about how you're doing this. It's just a system up, or, you know, a system backup or anything to make sure that this stuff doesn't happen, and it ends up happening like it does in every alien freaking movie. That people are supposedly smarter than they are and realize that they're making a stupid mistake because they don't know what the hell they're doing. And they don't understand the creatures that they have, and realizing we should probably be more prepared for this. But no, we're not, because the security is just stupid. Which also leads into people being dumb. Like, Joe, why are you following this one dude who has been against you the entire time you have been on this freaking island? And now they're going to just let you take Wendy and go away? No, it was a trap to begin with, just to get the eye octopus on him. Then the soldiers being dumb, like, I don't want to die in this island. No, Joe gave you a way out of this island. You could have not went and told everybody else, and you could have gone off this freaking island and not had to have worried about any of this and get eaten by a fucking plant thing. Crazy. It's just crazy. Just people being stupid and thinking that they are so much smarter than they really are, or things are so not going to get out of hand as they think they are. No, things are going to get out of hand real freaking quick, and it's just a joke how dumb people were in this episode. And then Wendy's powers. How do we not get any answers to Wendy's powers? We don't understand how they work. Why she is able to tap into something so much more strong, like tap into the ability to control all the cameras, all the security, all of the power on this island, and none of the other kids can do that. So is she just made differently? Is there something special about her that gives her those powers? Like, what? How? We don't get any explanation. We don't get any explanation how she's able to talk to the aliens and how she was able to connect with them, why she was connected to them in her mind. Like, there is so many answers we do not get. And if it gets a season 2, if we're lucky to even get answers in that, I get, let's not show all of our hands in the first season. Why? Why can't we get answers? Why do we have to wait 3 seasons or something stupid like that to get an answer that we could have gotten in the first season, and you could have just built off of that? Instead, now we're wondering why, and it really hurts the season and this episode not understanding anything that's going on. And I don't get how Wendy has these powers, but none of the other Lost Boys have it. So is she built different than them? Did she have something in her that makes her this different? I mean, I don't understand why Wendy is now this god figure and all the rest of the Lost Boys are just normal synthetics who are barely learning at the pace that she's at. So I don't understand. I just don't understand the powers. And because of that, overall, I gotta give this episode a C. It's maybe not as bad as the last episode. There were a little more highlights here. But, yeah, I mean, not the best season finale, I would say. And I feel like just not getting answers and just stupid stuff happening that couldn't have easily been avoided or rectified if people were just a little bit smarter, could have gone better for them. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys thought of this season. Did you think it was a good season? Did you think it was also bad? Did you think it was mid? Do you agree with what I said in this episode? Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought. Also, love to hear what you're reading, what you're watching, what you're playing. Let me know, like always. And until the next episode, I will see you later.